Santillo from Santillo's Brick Oven Pizza in Elizabeth, New Jersey. And today I'm visiting my good friends John and Tania in Westfield, New Jersey. And they bought a beautiful home and it came with a brick oven, which John doesn't have much experience with. And one of my hobbies is going to people's houses that have brick ovens and helping them make pizza. Don't ask me why, it's a hobby. I came with an assortment of delicious ingredients that I use at my restaurant, which I hand-picked. Here's fresh mushrooms, they're called silver dollar mushrooms, breaded eggplant. My wife made that breaded eggplant yesterday, so I chose to bring that. Here's fresh mozzarella from Lioni Latticini in Union. He's the best fresh mozzarella that I found. Here's a very good pepperoni. This is my favorite right now. It's nice and spicy. Fresh onion. Today I have a craving for these hot sliced banana peppers and fresh garlic. I've been craving this, so I had to bring it. This is 100% whole milk mozzarella. You can buy any brand you want, but I generally, you have to cut it up small like this. That's my preferred way. This is pizza sauce I use, 100% California. I have proprietary brand and my mixes of spices that I put in there. But I would tell you, you can buy any tomato sauce that you want and make it to your taste. Everything's made to taste. And then I bought this really good olive oil too. A friend of mine gave me this Sono di Oro. He's the sole importer of this from Greece and has a reputation for being hand-picked olives. And it's one of the best I had. When you taste this olive oil, it will make a difference in your prepared food. Then, oh, one more thing. Very good Pecorino Romano cheese that I buy off I procure off one of my suppliers. Best I had in years and years. So I shop around for the best ingredients. When you taste them, then you want to go out and try to find them. So that's what I have to do. And as far as we're gonna show them how to make enough pizza for 2 big pizzas or 4 or 5 little pizzas. You're gonna put 4 scoops of flour, and you're only gonna hear 1 bottle of water like this. And then a little pinch of salt. If you don't want it, as long as you put a pinch of salt in there, you'll be fine. And then the other only ingredients, you can get this at a supermarket. This is fresh compressed yeast. You want anything between 1/4 of an ounce and 1 ounce in there. That's all up to you, how much you want to put that in there. You're the chef. That's what the chef does, figures out what the recipe is going to be. And I'm going to ask Jonathan to combine the ingredients because it's his turn.
Your turn, John. On a scale of 1 to 10, how nervous are you?
9.3.
Okay. So there's room to get even more nervous. Oh.
You want me to instruct them?
Sure.
Put the water in there first. That's what I would do. Water, yeah, just dump that water in there. So this is about a pint of water in the Poland Spring bottle. I brought my own water from Elizabeth because I think it's better than Poland Spring. Then put the salt in next. Just let me see, dump a little bit on your hand. That's all, check it over there, how much we looking at.
More?
Just a little more. That looks like a good amount. See what he did? That's all. Dump it in there. And then you're gonna pick out what looks like about 1 ounce of yeast in there. One of those little chunks.
It's about 1 ounce, right? About 1.5 ounces.
Let me see. Now, maybe a little more than that. We want to do something. That looks like about 1/3 of an ounce.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Let me see.
Is that combined?
That's good now. Put that in there.
Crunch it up or just drop it?
Crush it first. As fine as you can. Now you're going to have to stick your hand in there and dissolve all that. Does he have a little towel to dry his hand off with?
I'll go ahead and bring it.
Got a thing of paper towels, is there?
Oh, he bought gold medal bread flour. Great. They didn't have this years ago. They would only have all-purpose in the supermarket.
They had 2 types at the ShopRite.
Yeah, that's great.
Gold medal and King Arthur.
Okay. They're both good. You have to try them both and see which one you prefer.
How you doing there?
I'm doing good. I've passed the first test, I think. You know,
Yeah.
including cleaning my hands. You know.
He'll be the judge of that.
Well, that's true. Ultimately.
Beautiful looking
Wash your
flower.
hands
I can
my
drink
God.
wine. That part I can do.
I'm a flower guy, but just looking down in there, it looks great to me.
Okay.
Is there any particular brand that you like?
No, I don't like any particular brand because the stuff that I use, only bakery shops can buy that
Bulk,
brand.
good
So
quality
if I
bulk.
went to the store, I would read the bag and follow the instructions, what they say, and I know I'm going to get results. Because they make millions of bags of these. This stuff is quality. They're all quality. It's just some are better quality than other, and you're going to prefer one over the other. But then I would say he's going to put 4 scoops of this in there.
4 full scoops, right?
Yeah. Just fill them up to the top. Yeah, that's good. 4 like that. If you want, there's a little trick to filling up the flour. Put it in there, pat it down a little with your hand.
Okay.
This way, once you do that, you know it's not too fluffy.
Now, Al, you mentioned that the quality of water is important.
Right.
So, will that make a difference in the final outcome, do you think?
I can tell the difference in the water for sure. And if you want to improve your taste buds, you get the one that somebody like me is telling you is better. Then you get the one that you don't know, and you say, well, Al said that this one's better. So it might take you a little while going, you're not going to get it the first time. That's the beauty of life. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So after a few times, you start noticing a difference, and then you'll start to prefer the better one.
Gotcha.
But this is going to be acceptable. Go ahead and start mixing it.
That's what you got, John. Acceptable.
Your hands like this?
Acceptable, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Everything we're doing is going to be acceptable. Yeah, just keep mixing. This is the fun
This
part.
enough
Don't
water?
get nervous.
Is it enough water?
It's about 5 minutes. Well, if it isn't, we'll put a little more. But that was what I figured. I figured you might need a couple drops more, but I don't know. It's too soon to tell. You're going to have to do about 2 minutes of that right now.
You got some more water right over there.
Yeah, he's got
But
everything
okay.
it's
he needs
different
right there.
water, so I don't
It
know.
doesn't matter. It's only going to be a couple drops. That's not a critical factor. But after he gets it mixed up enough,
Does your hands
just-
get
no,
this sticky
keep
when
going.
you do it?
Yeah, keep
Yep.
going. If you want, I'll help
more
you.
flour,
Well,
right?
it makes it easy. Oh, turn your hand, flip your hands over. I generally take all the jewelry off my hands too. See how
Okay.
my hands are?
Yeah.
That's how I learned to be because
It's just a wedding ring.
Oh,
It
honey,
just-
I was
it
making
doesn't-
pizza. Don't think anything of it. That's what,
he could wear the wedding ring around his neck.
He's thrown it out
Around my
accidentally
neck.
once before.
And you threw yours down the toilet bowl. I heard that.
she did. She dropped hers down the sink once.
Accidentally on purpose. That's-
He literally threw his in the trash, so I don't know. I don't know
That's
what that
how-
says about our marriage.
I didn't throw it. I was
that means
cleaning my
true
hands and
love.
it came off. So.
That's what it means to me, true love. If you get that mad about it, listen, honey, if you get that mad about it, it's true love. Because if you didn't get mad, it won't be true love.
Did you hear that? So every time I get mad at you,
It's
just
true love.
remember.
That's right.
That's right.
That's
Because
right.
if you didn't mean that much to her, she wouldn't waste her energy getting mad about you.
Thank you, thank you. I like that he's on my side.
Well, Tanya, we philosophize everything. We put a little more.
There we go.
I think you're going to be great there.
Oh, now
No,
I'll never have
just
to
keep
cook dinner
going, don't
again
get
after this,
nervous.
John.
Just take it in your hands, keep going like that. Another minute, I'm going to let you take it out of there and dump it on that little board you have. Squeeze, do more squeezing. There you
Just
go.
pretend like it's, you're angry at me or something.
That's true, you got to put that kind of effort into it.
Yeah. Then he starts pounding it,
It'll be on the ground very soon if we do that. So good.
Well, you and your wife might want to take wrestling lessons.
We never argue at all. I don't know what she's
I know
talking
you
about.
don't. Just two people that have different personalities.
We just celebrated our 6-year anniversary.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, so this is a treat for us.
Listen, life's a beautiful thing.
That's a little sticky. Is that okay?
Okay, I think you're okay. Take it out and put it on that board now.
Okay.
And if you want, good, put it on there. Now, if you want, go somewhere. Here, rub your hands out over the bowl now. Rub all that stuff off of there. Then we're going to start all over.
We have a sink over here too, in case you.
Well, that's
guys-
all he needs.
Okay.
Because then anything you do is going to be more time. This is all he's got to do. Get that hard stuff off his hands. Then he's got to go back to kneading that. Don't get nervous. It's like a 10-minute job to mix that.
This is why you visit Al and buy his dough off of him.
Well, that's right.
This is what this experiment's for.
That's what I tell people. Go ahead, you'll be back.
Yeah, once you see how much work goes into it, right?
I mean, you could do it yourself if you like, if it's fun. Or if you don't want to take the trip one day, you have all the supplies here.
Is it like when generally, is it like the sticky, is that normal? Or does it just keep adding
listen,
flour?
you could keep putting more flour in there if that's what you want to do. The thing is, it could come sticky or it could come dry. Doesn't matter. You want more flour, we'll give it to you. If you think it needs it, you're the boss over there.
Yeah, but you've actually done this quite a bit, so I'm gonna take
doing
your
great.
judgment and
You think
use
that
that.
it's gonna be, you want it to be done over before it's over. It's like it's like a 10-minute sitcom here.
like a bad relationship, right?
You said once.
Stop saying that. Teasing the guy, making him more nervous.
Hey, our kids could do this, right? Could
They
we
could.
enlist their help, you know?
Actually, this could be.
Oh, you know what?
Play-Doh, some real stuff
You
here.
know how to make Play-Doh?
No.
You'd make the same exact thing, but you don't put the yeast in there.
Interesting.
Really?
Yeah.
And then just some dye.
Die.
Yeah, we used to make it for the kids all the time, and it's the same exact as Play-Doh.
Oh.
See, he's doing great. I'm proud
Yeah.
of him. Okay, put another handful of flour. He's got the idea. Flip it over. There you go. He's doing great.
Now, would you say that's the toughest part?
What? This is the hardest part, because even me, I get nervous, like, oh, it's not coming together. Just keep working, it'll come together. It's the best part and it's the funnest part.
It could be cathartic, right? It just feels like
It
good
is.
to chill out, not worry
Well,
about the world.
cathartic is the word, but
I'm trying to be optimistic, you know.
here you want to start. I'll give you a couple moves here. There's a
Let's
couple.
move.
Squish, squish, roll. See, now you're going to
Squish,
start
squish, roll.
rolling it. See how I'm rolling it now? Now you got enough here. Now's the real kneading. That was mixing. This next part here is kneading. Take it like this. Oh, see how I put my fist?
Knuckles?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because there's little lumps in there. Now, if you want to let it go like that and have lumps in there, you're quite welcome to. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But I like to mix mine till it's smooth. Put it there. Now, just try to do what I did. Put a little more flour on it. You're doing great. It's believe me, you got a great dough right there, John. That's nice. That's like what all the experts are preferring now. Like they're all after this high hydration dough. My father used to make soft dough. He preferred soft dough. But the regular people that's working at a pizzeria, they like the dough harder because you have less problems with it. If you make the dough sticky, then you have all these things going on with the dough is sticky, and then it makes them nervous.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But it's not gonna change the end result all that much. Pick it up.
I didn't get it nice and round like you did.
Pick it up.
I'll pick it
But
up.
you're not done with it. You're just gonna keep doing what I just showed you. Best thing I could tell you is there's a range, like from here to here. It could be real, real watery. It could be real, real dry. You know, a cracker is much more dry than some other thing. So you're not a cracker. You're somewhere in the middle.
That's a relief.
Now roll it back up.
You roll it this way or do you go under?
That's fine. Just roll it any way you want.
Just do that in a pinch, right?
He's almost done, basically. I think this next time we're gonna let him off easy. Now roll it up into a ball. Now I'm gonna say you're done. Let me see. Yeah, a couple more times rolling up. And do it with the fist. That's good. You're doing great. Yeah, you're doing great.
Come on, show them these muscles, John.
You
There's a
got
reason
'em.
why you work out.
Yeah,
That's what you do.
you can do it. Any way you want. And that's just called kneading the dough. That is a little relaxing. I really kind of enjoy. That's the part I enjoy. I get relaxation out of that myself.
You have
roll
those,
it up?
stress balls or things that people like
And
to
when you roll, if
squish.
you said roll and pinch.
This is you actually get
Yeah, a
some
product out of it,
when
yeah.
you're done.
Yeah.
That's what I like.
Yeah,
I like
and then you eat it. You can
Yeah.
consume it.
right. Exactly my
Yeah.
point. That's why I prefer this.
Yeah.
You're actually getting something out of it.
I don't know if that's as pretty as what you did, but is that
Push
okay?
it down again. Start switch it to your hands like this.
Oh, that, right.
Do this move. I
So
saw
you
you
have to kind of feel for the lumps right now. Is
There's
that
really no lumps in there. It's just a matter of making it get a little smoother. Watch.
Right, 'cause he's got
Watch. I'll show you because
just like that.
if I don't show you, then you're not gonna really see right. So now see how I'm stuffing it in there? Mm-hmm. This is the best thing I could tell you. Did you ever go to the gym and roll up your towel and make what the kids used to call a rat tail?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, there you go. He was a bad kid. I already found out. He was the bad one. He was making rat tails and smacking all the kids around.
I'd do it to my kids. We're talking
Yeah,
about.
I think our kids have been on the receiving end of that too.
Yeah, that's good. If they're not moving fast enough, yeah.
Oh, believe me, they move fast enough.
When he knows the rat tail's out. Okay, my friend John just got done making the dough over here. It came beautiful. You wanted me to show it to him, John? Look at it. I couldn't have done it any better myself, okay?
Wow,
Thank you.
That?
Thank you.
That is a compliment.
That's as good as I would have done it, right
Wow,
there.
look at that.
It's great. But the only problem is I made some dough earlier and we have to use that dough first. This dough needs floor time. John's got a beautiful day for himself tomorrow. If he's gonna be off of work all day, he's gonna get up early, light the oven. By lunchtime, he could be cooking something in there. Then all day throughout the day, whatever he wants, he could plane the oven. He could bake rolls, he could make pizzas, whatever he wants. The oven's gonna be operational all day tomorrow. He's gonna have a beautiful day all day at his beautiful home.
He's gonna cook for his family all day, every day from now on, right, John?
Let's see. We'll see.
So I want to put this dough away for him, so I'll take some of this real good extra virgin olive oil. Could be whatever you like though, is okay. So then I'm gonna oil the pan, and I'm gonna put this, I'll make this into a ball one more time. And I'm just gonna put it in this bowl. And I already instructed John once. Every time it comes up to the top of the bowl, all he has to do is push it down, maybe re-roll it, re-oil it, push it down. This is gonna be good for like up to 5 days. You can cover it with saran wrap. It shouldn't stick to the saran wrap. If it does, put a little oil on top of the dough, leave it in the refrigerator. Only thing you gotta do is overflows, you gotta push it back down. You just gotta check it once or twice a day. You should be fine. Now this is the dough I made this morning. I don't like to overwork the dough. I took it out of the refrigerator a little while ago. You can see it's already getting soft. That's a trick of it, so you don't have to go and fight with the dough. You let time and nature work its magic. This has the gluten in it, which gives it the stretch, which that's what you want, but you can't do it. If you want to put it in the rolling pin, I mean, yeah, you could do it with a rolling pin, but I like stretching it by hand myself, but I will definitely do it with a rolling pin if I want to, or you could do it like this. I like doing it like this too.
Is there any disadvantage to the rolling pin?
No, there's no disadvantage to it at all. It's just a matter of, to me, the simpler the better. If I don't need the rolling pin, I don't go to the next step. That's like if you don't need an operation, we're gonna send you for a massage first. See if that fixes you. You're gonna give it a massage, eh? You work on that one a little.
Okay.
And that's what you're gonna do. You're just gonna tape your fingers and you keep massaging and get like this. Actually, there is a saying that anything you do by hand is gonna be better than anything that you're gonna do with a tool or a machine. So that pretty much, you have to follow that rule.
Do you agree with that?
Yes, I do. So if you could sit here and do it, if you have the time to do this all by hand, you're gonna get a slightly different product than if you do it with the rolling pin.
So basically anything handmade is going to be better and tastier, right?
If you could do it with just with your hands, but as a rule, it will be better than if you do it with a tool. In the world of cooking.
I think I agree.
Just keep doing this.
That's been my experience.
I've got like sort of a square. Is that okay? Or?
Doesn't matter. Listen, the shape doesn't matter. That comes later. The main thing I'm worrying about is how's the thing gonna eat, and is everything going into it good? Funny shapes, that just means it's a natural product. Anything natural is not gonna be perfect. No, but they say no two snowflakes are the same. You just keep going like that. Spread out your dough.
So you don't want it too soft, right?
Well, I don't. No, I don't care if it's, well, if it's too soft, you can't do anything with it.
Right.
But if you're gonna stretch it,
want it
if you can
stretchy.
pick it up like this, see how I'm holding it from the outside? And I let gravity do the work. You could just keep going around like this. See, from the outside, people don't know these little tricks, so I tell them. But if you stretch it too much and you put a hole in it, no good. But you see, as long as you're stretching it, see how I started getting a hole? No good. You don't want to have a bunch of holes in it. For this type of pizza, oh, I had this nice little pan that I had all blackened and seasoned from age. I forgot to bring that too. To me, the pans are essential. They have to be steel. They have to be blackened. They could be a good aluminum foil, but they have to be seasoned. So we're stuck cooking it right on the brick. That's novelty Neapolitan style. I was also taught Sicilian style, which is always in the pan. They both come great. Doesn't matter. That one could be better than the other. It's all the potion of the ocean. Who's, you know what I mean? You get lucky. Where's your little board that you said you're gonna put that on? I think that's ready to go.
Think so?
Yeah. But you're not, unless you want to sit there and stretch it for another half hour.
Okay, no.
I think it's thin enough.
Right.
Now you want to hit it with the rolling pin? Hit it with the rolling pin a few times, just to get the feel of that. Put more flour on it. Hit it with the roll. Try to get it the size of that board.
I got some of that other flour. If you
Yeah,
use it.
use that too. The other flour is good.
You
Here
like,
it is.
you're a fan of that, right?
Yeah, well,
So it doesn't-
if I didn't have this, I probably wouldn't be here right now because that's how deadly that other flour is. That's like a carcinogen if you breathe that.
yeah.
Oh yeah. You'll definitely get a, they call it, flip it over. You'll get what they call, if you keep breathing that white flour, they even have a name for it called white lung. Coal miners got black lung, bakers got white lung. But you'll never get it from this little bit. That's like from every day, every day, every
100 pies a
day.
day, whatever.
Breathing that stuff.
How many pies do you make on a busy day?
A real busy day?
Yeah.
400 or 500.
Daddy's
serious?
He's making you a pizza.
What's that?
That's a microphone.
You better know what you're doing.
This
All right.
is John. Also John. John and John.
I like that.
And-
Named after his father. I named my
Yeah.
son after me.
Oh, did you? Oh.
Well, my wife did.
Oh. Yeah, that's great. John, how old are you? How old? I didn't hear that. 3.
Oh
there
man,
you go.
I can't remember that far back.
Ooh, but you
no
got
sticky
He's
fingers.
gonna get his
Dirty hands.
chance.
Fingers in there.
That's the most important. Let them do it, Mom. You gotta do it. Come on.
We don't know where his hands have been out. So
Yeah.
All right.
Well, you have the same germs in the same family.
Wait till his brother comes out. Now he is gonna be screaming for
The
people
little
right
brother looks like
away.
he's the
Oh,
cheese.
he is.
He's the
He's the
cheese. He looked down at me.
He's a whole meal, you know.
Yeah.
He's
Right.
an eater, so
Yeah.
I hope you brought enough dough for, you know.
So we're gonna do them both at the same time or one at a time? How do you
I
want
would
to
do them one at a time.
Okay.
Your next move, listen, while the dough is resting, it only takes 2 minutes to put all the stuff on the pizza because we're not going to be able to put everything. You gotta prepare your oven over here.
Okay.
Jonathan thinks like a 90-minute prep time is enough to do the amount of baking that he's requiring. The more you heat up the oven, is the more pizzas that you want to be cooking. We only want to do 2. So we heated this up for an hour. All we're gonna do right now is he has a big oven. We're gonna push all the stuff to the back.
Watch for him, honey. He's messing up the pizza, so.
Hey, John.
Just push it all back into the corner like you said you were gonna.
Yeah, I will.
Just give him a
had
couple.
it.
We'll get you some tools, don't worry.
I can. Woo, it's hot.
Don't put too much stuff on it because this is on like our test pie, you know what I mean?
The test pie, this is
It is
the,
the test pie.
Al, they're both test pies, just so we're clear.
And I'm sweeping this a little better for you.
Okay.
The oven, this is great that you have such a big oven though. This is really great.
How's it going there, John?
Yeah, it's going good. I've actually gotten I think the wine's gotten to have missed the pizza with the sauce there. There we go. Al, when you make pie, how much sauce you put on? How thick do you lay it on?
That's good. Go
Something like
light.
that. Something too light? Because I don't want it to get wet and sticky to the
That's what I'm
pan,
saying.
right?
We're going light. It's gonna be
Light.
fun. You're gonna taste it.
Yep. Okay. I'll just put that.
Very important. You don't want to get the sauce over
That's
here,
right,
because that's when it sticks to the
It
brick.
sticks, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So put some cheese.
Yeah, just put a little bit of everything. Remember, this is going to be the light test pie.
Al, did you make your own tomato sauce or?
Well, you don't make it from fresh tomatoes, but you have to buy the best canned tomatoes that you can. Then you reconstitute them. You add your own spices. You put your own
Right. So
consistency.
just add to it.
That look about right on cheese? Is that too
That
little?
looks great.
Throw some pepperoni on or something?
Yeah, whatever you want. I would just quickly throw a couple pieces of each stuff on there.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. Couple pepperoni. Take a
Couple of
little
peppers.
bit of that. That's it. That's enough. Just a little bit of onion. Because this could be enough for you to
Just
make
make a-
pies out here till like 12 o'clock tonight. Your wife might have you like, we close at 12.
Hey, we might start, have a party here.
Let me put this one in for you, so I don't have to worry about it, okay? See how you give it a test shake?
So make sure it's loosey-goosey on there, right?
I don't have a paper towel in here to wipe this little mess up.
I got a
Otherwise,
paper towel.
I could use this maybe.
Here you go.
I'll find something. See, I improvise.
I knew I messed up when I did that.
It's okay, John.
Yeah, that's cool.
I knew it. I knew it.
You're allowed one mistake, okay?
Al's-
But just one.
Al's not going to come back now.
Listen, if he makes 100 pizzas and he only ruins 10 of them, I'll be proud of him. But anyway, it doesn't matter, because when you're learning how to do this, a friend of mine had a pizzeria. He had a whole big box on the side of the table for every pizza that he ruined.
We have a saying in Russian,
What?
"Первый блин всегда комом," which means the first pancake is always a flop. You always mess it up, you know?
Yeah, that's true. I'm doing the honors because I want to show John that want to make sure the first one goes in right. But then after that, he's gonna have to do it on his own.
And if it doesn't, we'll eat it anyway, right?
Let me hear your Russian saying again.
Первый блин всегда комом, which means the first pancake is always a flop. You're always going to mess it up, but who knows? Maybe we won't mess this one up, because we've got the expert here, so I believe in you guys.
Al, let me make this pizza.
Right, that's a Totino's roll.
Throw it in there, why not?
See how I did it all in one shot?
Look at that beauty.
I usually always prefer homemade wine because I never have the problem with the sulfites that are always added when you have commercial wine. So if ever I hear homemade wine, right away my ears perk up because I don't like commercial wine for the most part.
Good, well, hope you like this.
Now this is excellent.
This is a 2017 Pinot Noir. Actually, speaking of Elizabeth, New Jersey, I go to a store on Jefferson Avenue there, Portuguese market, and they pre-press.
Oh, that's right.
Europa Pomelo.
There's a guy all the way down the end of Jefferson in
Tony.
the Portuguese part of town, yeah.
Yeah, and they sell the
They know press
refrigeration.
it for you too.
It's all pressed for you, so it's like getting canned tomatoes versus getting the tomatoes from the garden, right? I don't have to stem it or anything like that. I just bring it back. Kind of simple, really. I just I'm adding yeast, not the same yeast we use today, but specific wine yeast to it. And then, I'm not using oak barrels. I'm using a lot of glass, so I'm using to add that sort of oak flavor. You don't want to overdo it. I'm not getting the elite grapes from California. I'm getting what's bulk resold, right, and pressed. So I use a little bit of oak powder, which goes through the wine nice and quickly. So for the reds, that's what I do. And it's just a matter of over time getting some of the leaves off the bottom of it and keeping it clean, keeping air away from it, and just making sure it's contained and no ants or when you siphon the wine, you don't use a dirty hose or anything. It's just being clean and keeping air and germs away from the wine, and letting it age, just letting, like you said, letting nature run its course. And so in the case of this wine, I started it in September of 2017 and I bottled it in October of 18. And it's sat in the bottle now for about another, 9 or 10 months. And so it's got a nice...
Perfect. Yeah, it's perfect.
For, $2.35 a bottle, it's not bad, right?
Cheers.
Cheers.
Salud.
Cheers. Where's my glass? Hey!
Oh, I have to give you some? Okay, sure.
We were the ones serving.
Oh, okay. I'll get the white wine then. How about that?
We want to go over and look at it. Come on, put the searchlight on, see how we're doing with the heat. The big thing is does he have heat?
I think the heat's a little light. I think it's 700 on the walls and about 500 there, so it's not as strong. Like you said, it's not going to be as strong as we need it.
And what should it be? What's the ideal temperature?
Well, it all depends. It's got to be at least 400 degrees to bake. If it's less than 400 degrees, it'll still bake, but it's more like roasting, and it'll be in there a real long time. If you leave it in there, it'll come out satisfactory with the amount of heat that he has. See when you put your hand over here, what?
It's hot.
No, that's not hot. Wait, if you put it, wait. I know exactly. Listen, I'll tell you how to check the temperature.
I wouldn't say
Yeah, but if you put, no. But
well, if I stick my head
that's
in
what
there.
I'm saying. Watch. You just have to stick your hand in all the way. Watch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Listen, 5 seconds is hot.
Okay.
You don't even need that thermometer. Like 4 seconds is extremely hot. Anywhere between 4 and 10 seconds, you can stick your arm in there, you have baking temperature.
Right. The cheese is bubbling. That's a good.
Well, that's what I just told you. I just checked the temperature for you.
As a secondary measure, the cheese bubbling is a.
Well, no, that's very important. Then,
We want to flip the. When would you like rotate? I've seen you rotate.
no,
pies.
don't do it yet. Don't even mess with that pie for 10 minutes. Put the door back on.
Okay.
Because it's cooking great. You're going to have a great pizza there.
Oh,
Listen, I'm drinking the wine. I'm looking at the pizza. I'm smelling it. I'm getting hungry.
Yeah, my stomach's rumbling a bit too.
And I know it's good. Listen, it's going to come great out of this oven. I'm impressed with the oven. It's going to come great out of this oven. The oven is a character here. You're not going to get a good pizza if you don't have a good oven. This guy's, whoever built this, he does have a beautiful oven. I checked it all out. It's got mass. It's nice and big inside. It has a lot of masonry. It's got a chimney. It's got a door. It's above ground. He's got a first-class oven here. It's gorgeous. I would throw it back in for just a couple more minutes.
Flip it around that side?
Put it over. I want to check the bottom. It's critical to check the bottom. Don't move. I can't really tell you anything till I check the bottom. Then I can see how, do you see how the bottom's white there? Let it go. Let it go. I'll pick it up like this. Can you see this, Mike? You see how the bottom's all white? It's still doughy, look, see? See how the top's done and the bottom's not? That's why, like, even with my oven, I have to move it around. You're gonna put it back, you're gonna put it in and try to put it into a different spot than where it was. There you go, you need a light in here. See where it was before? Shove it all the way to the back now. We'll get it out. Push it back. There you go, push it back. Push it back a little farther to a new spot.
So
See,
you do have to move it around a bit.
sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. If he would have had this preheated for 6 hours, then the bricks would be hotter than the air. That's see what I do in my oven. I noticed from experience, I was taught, the bricks are super saturated with heat, and the air is only, say, 400 or 450 degrees, but the bricks could be 650 degrees. So when you put that dough in there, that gives you that searing temperature. That's when you take it out, you give it the crust, because the bread, say, takes 10 minutes to cook, but everything you put on top of there don't take that long to cook.
Right.
So all this you got to bear in mind. And then when you look up at the top of your, see how you got the top of the oven right there? Once that's real hot, that's going to act like a giant battery and reheat the bottom bricks when you pull that out. It's going to
Wow, that
hold
sounds
heat.
pretty complicated.
It's
for
technical,
something that's so
but
simple.
once you get this explained to you and somebody guide you through it a couple times, you understand the mechanics of it, or the science of it. Science of it is what? Superheat the bricks. What are you doing? Cooking off the heat of the brick. You don't want to cook off the heat of the air because you want the brick hotter than the air around it. That's why you're superheating the brick. Once the brick is superheated, then once the dough hits that, the dough will cook, and then the stuff on top will cook nice and slow, and you'll get a perfectly evenly baked pie because the stuff on top takes half the time to cook as the stuff on the bottom.
Aaron, look at that. Look at that.
Teamwork.
Teamwork. Look at that.
There
Look
you
at that.
go.
So take it out then. It's going to be something else. It'll be fine. Take it over
I'll
here.
eat it. I
Drop
promise you that.
drop it on your little board over there.
The little one?
Yeah, drop it on that little one. I'm going to call that a raising success. Let me shake your hand.
Thank you.
She gets a kiss. Look, it's a raging success. I mean, listen.
Raging, John.
It looks like a
raging.
Santillo pie.
He's gonna go back to his place and wish he could do this again.
Hey,
Yeah,
if
I mean,
you need an apprentice, you know.
The little bit of burnt, listen, some people like that. That's like what the Italians call that steak on the bone. You don't have to eat that, but that's like eating steak on the bone. And the rest of that is perfectly cooked. This is the best amateur I ever met. Look at the finished product. No, seriously, that's the first time he ever tried. It compares for a Santillo pizza. I'm electing him into the membership. Here you go. Come on, everybody together here.
Salute.
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 Cheers.
Cheers.
Well, thank you, Al.
Yeah, thank you, Al, for coming to our house and for,
I'm glad I did.
You know,
Made me
what a
happy too.
treat! This is such a treat. It's
Hey,
been his dream.
you can dusty up Al. I'm gonna cut a pie here.
All right, well, you dive on in. You deserve it, John.
Of course, he's gonna say I'm holding the pizza with my left hand. It's cooked through, you know.
It'll be good. Don't worry.
It's not as
Might
crispy
be a
as
little
yours.
raw, but believe me, I checked it. It's edible.
Honestly, I like it a little bit.
A lot of people do. It's okay.
Just cut it like this, like in the middle. You think?
Yeah, well, we can get 6 slices out of that easy.
I wanted this piece here because I like the pepperoni slice. So.
That's fine. I'll take any one.
Here.
Put it down there.
Put it here.
You pick one for me.
Okay. You were dying for these peppers. You were dying for these peppers. To get this one right there. That's cover got the most cooked.
That's the one I want.
Tanya, which one do you want?
I might try it with the peppers too.
The one in the middle here?
Yeah.
You taking an Al slice? I'm joking.
Take it out.
Okay.
That's a nice one.
There we go.
Thank
All right.
We're going to do
There
the
we go.
same thing with this. Salute.
Look at that.
Salute.
Here you go. Everybody get together now. The slices are going to clink. This could be you, everybody. Come on, clink.
Yeah.
Clink, bing, bing.
Salute.
Salute.
Mangiare.
Manja.
No. Worth the effort.
Oh my gosh.
Worth the
Wow.
effort.
I'm gonna expect this every night now, John. The peppers are good too.
Nothing good like fresh, homemade pizza. Nothing like it.
There's one thing better than fresh homemade pizza.
Homemade wine.
Santillo's pizza.
There
Delivery.
you go.
And you gotta go all the way to Elizabeth to get that.
Yeah, that's
you can
true.
Have that right
It's worth
here in
the
your
trip.
own backyard, John. This is the best housewarming gift you could have got. Welcome to New Jersey. He's from Scotland. And the wife said you're born in Ukraine. Where'd you
Yeah.
grow up?
Kiev, the capital.
I gotta think about Kiev, the capital.
Well, Al, thank you so much for coming. It's an honor and a treat to have you over here. Both your skill, you're known throughout the world now for your pizza making and baking, and also your personality and your warmth and your generosity and your, the ease with which you teach is great. It's fantastic. You put somebody like me, just like, make me feel comfortable enough to at least make something, 1/5 as good as what you make, with your eyes closed.
great.
So I
I mean,
appreciate you coming all the way out here. This is fantastic. And you saying my wine was good too, even though I think you're probably lying, but I appreciate that. So
I'm just glad I was raised the way I was so that I could be like this with wonderful people like that and just enjoy the day.